Welcome back, folks, to episode 74 of the Wet Shavers Roundtable. I am Douglas Smythe, and with me, I have Scott Ostermiller, the clean shaver.
Hey, everybody.
Below me, I believe, is David Gonzalez.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And somewhere over there, I believe, is Matt Pisarcik of the Razor Emporium.
Hello.
Today, we have a hell of a show for you. Today, we will be discussing all things The Big Shave 3, or Tres. For Scott Ostermiller. Today we pretty much are going to be picking your brains. This is your opportunity for the people to tell us what they think what they would like to see happen this year at the Big Shave West. We had a meeting last week, Damon Stostados, Ryan Stephen Green, and myself, putting the pieces together, coming up with this year's theme, so on and so forth, and ironing out stuff. And just from what we've learned over the last 2 years, putting that to action and designing a better system this year. Now it's time to crowdsource for some other ideas, like what you guys would like to see. So that's pretty much primarily what the show's going to be about. We will touch upon some products are of interest this week for us, because I haven't really talked to these guys in a hot minute. Last week's show was a complete disaster. I watched the edit. Yeah, he loved it. I watched the edit, and it's mostly the Scott Ostermiller show, which kind of sounds right. The Scott Ostermiller show. Doesn't that feel good? Like it already exists? Anyways,
I know, right?
Scott took over,
it needs to be a thing.
I watched the show for the first, like I was watching it for the first time in the edit. So it's great to have you guys with me again, and we're all functioning at the same time, and nothing has gone wrong. Knock on something close to wood. So yes, let's get on with it. What's new, folks? What's new, Scott? What do you got?
Not much, actually. It's been a crazy week for me, but looking forward to I'm going to be heading to Nashville tomorrow morning for my company's national convention. And so, unfortunately, I don't get to do much playing while I'm there.
You mean
it's
banjo, right? Is what you're talking about?
No, that was actually going to be an idea. We have several people in my company that we play different instruments. I play guitar. We have another guy that's guitar. I was singing. We have a drummer, and we were going to put together a band, but it just never.
Yeah, that could have been your ticket out of here, man. You're going to Nashville.
Well, and we're staying right off of Broadway, and so it was good. We were saying, we could say we played off Broadway in Nashville. And so
cover,
yeah.
Lamb Lies Down on Broadway by Genesis.
I was thinking more of Bob Seger, Down on Broadway.
Oh, yeah, that actually probably be much easier.
Yeah,
exactly. Nice.
But yeah, so I don't have much. I do have just a quick shout out to give to Brandon Glenn, who's newer to some of the Facebook groups, but he reached out to me. He's like, "Hey, I know you like Gem razors." He has been putting together some little threaded pieces to be able to take and put into just a regular DE handle, so you can put them in the bottom of a 1912 or something like that.
Brilliant! I love it.
So,
I love it.
Yeah, so or a shovel head or something like that has the threaded bottom that makes it so. I mean, because the
converter, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Because like the 1912s, they have the handle but the threaded pieces into the handle, and you can't get it out, right? So you have to have it
right now. Is Brandon in the audience?
I don't think he is, but
okay. Is he a machinist, or is this just something he does?
No. So I think what he did is, I asked him about it. I was like, "So what are you doing to it?" And I'll hold it up to the camera here just so you can see. It's just
a piece of all thread.
Yeah, it's just a piece of thread from a machine screw. But he said, all I've been doing is just taking a machine screw that's about the right size and lopping off the head, and machining it down a little bit so that it goes in smoothly. And so he sent me that, and he was like, "Hey, if you have a 1912, it just came in the mail today. He's like, if you have one of those old gem style razors that you'd like to put a regular stainless steel handle or a DE handle on, then you can use one of those pieces." So
I love that, Brandon. Well done. Very inspiring. Yeah, I'd like to use that in a hack. That's why I want to connect him with me, Scott, at some point.
Yeah. I'll have him message you.
If you're watching this in the edit, definitely PM me. That's brilliant.
Should be like a M3 or M5 style.
I believe, let's see, M3 sounds about right.
I think almost every DE ever made really follows the M3 handle.
Yeah. Let's see. Just double check. Go ahead and you can.
Well, what I wanted to say was, a lot of you know that I do these weekly tips, tricks, and hacks, and it's always me like doing hacks that I come up with. But I wanted to invite my viewers to send in tips, tricks, and hacks that they have as well, and I'll demonstrate them or whatever. I had David doing that for me last week. Not necessarily tips, tricks, and hacks, but I had him doing David stuff. And
what the hell is that?
I don't know. It just sounds more mysterious.
And
like you are.
If anybody's a head shaver, just a shameless plug here. My last video that I released yesterday was a 15 tips and tricks for shaving your head. So you can check that out. We'll put it in the show notes.
I saw that
in the description. But yeah, it turned out to work pretty well. And I didn't start with a finite list. I just kind of, as I was shaving my head, said, "Oh, this is something you might do. This is something you might," and it ended up being a nice round number, like 15. So it worked out well.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah, no, I saw that. Tips. Okay, and Matt, what have you been up to recently? Any new products or that you've been using and introduced to, or anything happening in Razor Emporium world?
I'm gonna make a confession here. I think there should be a segment of our show's confessions.
It's the wrong place for a confession.
Depends on the kind of confession, right?
I've been DE shaving or straight razor shaving for, I don't know, 11 years, 12 years, and I just tried a product that everyone talks about, and Razor Emporium sells it, and I finally took one home. Shut up. No, I tried Arco years ago. I tried Taylor of Old Bond Street. We've been carrying it for a while, and we had a sandalwood that cracked. It was trying to get shipped up to somebody, and it fell on the ground, and the tub cracked. I was like, "Oh, I'll take that home."
Oh, darn.
And I'm lathering this up, but I'm like, "This is an amazing lather," and it was so creamy and so big, and I was like, "This is what everyone's been talking about." Now I get it. So
Tops is good stuff.
yeah, that's a confession from Matt. So
We respect your honesty, Matt. Welcome to wet shaving.
No problem.
That's anything else going on, Matt, besides that?
I'm excited to say some of the people here in the channel, the chat, some people here maybe on the video may know we will be releasing a very exciting product in time for Big Shave West 3. I have several of the components coming to me for final processing in my shop. It's been much awaited, 2.5 years in the making. So expect to see a very exciting product from Razor Emporium by Big Shave West 3.
Very cool.
I'm excited for it. Should be really good.
And Oscar, you had to go there. Oh, by the way, I want to say hi to everybody.
I just saw Oscar's
Everyone that's in the audience right now, hey guys, thank you for joining us. I see, let's see, who do I see? It's like Romper Room right now. I'm looking through the magic mirror. I see Oscar. I see, hey Mantic, how you doing?
What's up, Mantic?
Bill, we got Christian Levesque, we got Ace Cavendish. Welcome, Ace. It's always good to have you on board. I hope Mrs. Cavendish is there too, joining you. Hey Matt, is that Matt Pisarcik? Hey Matt. Hey Doug.
Hey.
Gail's here too. Okay, it's a family affair. Welcome everybody. It's great to have you all with us, and we'll be picking your brains very soon. Yeah, the gang certainly is all here, Dave Williams. Now, David, what is new in your world? What do you got?
In terms of any new acquisitions that I've gotten, hasn't been nothing big except for a particular soap that I actually got here at Old Town Shaving that I've seen other people use, but it's not as popular as I would expect it to be. It's this little baby right here. Oh, see, you see that?
Oh, you're totally recycling your content from your live video 10 minutes ago.
Well, because it totally,
busted.
Because I was on Facebook Live right now, and Douglas was totally jealous because I was sharing some information with those guys.
I'm jealous.
I'm not giving him all my attention in the world, so.
I just worry about David. He often doesn't have much to say on the show, so I don't want him to, give out his good content before we start.
Yep.
I have lots to say, Douglas. You don't take breaths in between sentences, so it's like it's kind of hard to slide in there.
Breathing is overrated.
No, but this soap right here, last Sunday, I shaved with it for the very first time, and dude, it was just one of those shaves. It was just one of those shaves that all day long I was thinking about the shave. It was weird and kind of creepy all at the same time. But
like Braille style? Like just reading
Yeah.
that morning shave.
No, and it's just the post shave feel is probably about as good as I've ever felt any soap. Period.
Yeah.
A great lather, just awesome performer. And it's just I never hear really people talk about it. You'll catch it once in a while in a shave of the day photo, but this stuff is really good and it's really inexpensive.
It is. It goes fast though. I get a lot on the brush. Every brush I have eats that stuff up. Love it. Super creamy, and it's super fatted too. So it's really that's what you're experiencing during the post shave feel. During the post shave, anyways, it's loaded with good stuff.
Yeah, so it's super impressive. I like it, and I was just like, damn. So I'll probably try to get one of every little puck. We have a bunch of the scents. The scents are very strong, so they'll pair with damn near anything. But yeah, it was a shave that literally sparked for me to want to shave every day. Usually I'm a shaver that shaves every other day.
Mm-hmm.
This whole past week I have shaved, except for last night that I was just kind of dead tired, and I'm still tired this morning. I haven't been sleeping well, but every day this week I've actually shaved, and it was inspired by this because I loved it.
I envy you, Dave. If you can shave every day, I've never been able to pull that off. I'm every other day shaver.
What is wrong with you people?
The cheeks are fine. It's always the neck. If I do every day, man, after about a week, the neck just is torn up.
I do have to modify my neck passes. So actually, since I've been shaving every day, I don't do my across the grain pass. I do 3 passes on my cheeks and 2 on my neck because I was feeling a little bit of sensitivity by day 3 on my neck. So I did modify my normal routine a little bit, but it's still been kind of worth it because I don't really have the beard.
What about a pre-shave soap, David, or a pre-shave product? Have you used any of that? And tried to do
I love pre-shave. Yeah, I do. I use I have your sandalwood scented pre-shave. I have the ice one, and I also make some Parasso pre-shave as well.
They're not helping you out in getting a daily shave, though, is what I'm saying. Like they're still not protecting you enough.
Oh, absolutely. They're helping. It's just the little crease lines right here. I'm a flat guy, so I'm thinking the crease lines down here, they're just a little sensitive. There's just always a little bit of sensitivity, but again, just taking away that across the grain pass with it. I'm not doing a DE. It helped. Yeah, just this particular 2 spots right here on each side of my sensitivity. I got no bumps. I haven't got it hasn't been really uncomfortable, but I just noticed that I was getting a little bit of a little something from it.
Okay. Is his mic going in and out for you guys too?
Yeah. Maybe get closer to the router, wherever their Wi-Fi router is. Try to get closer to that.
Yeah. I think he actually is in the place where it's closest.
Oh, okay. I was just going to say – oh, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, last week we were using the Wi-Fi and it cut off. So I'm trying to use my regular internet. And the internet's not – the reception isn't great.
What were you going to say, Matt?
It's hard. Oh, I was just going to say that, I try a lot of products all the time. I mean, I know I just tried Taylor for the first time, but I'm always trying a soap or I'm trying a new blade or a new razor or something. And I think that's another reason. Yeah, I think that's another reason why trying to shave every day, because sometimes when you try a new product, you can't, it may didn't do the best for you, and you can't just go the next day. You almost need like a day to make sure you're good before you try again.
Yeah. But I still shape it, like I let my beard grow in so I can test stuff, but I still shape it, on a daily basis.
Oh, okay.
But right now I've been doing that too. I've been, testing out stuff by growing out my beard and so on and so
forth. I think it's a good test too. I mean, if it can take down a day or two's worth of growth, it's a little different than just 15 hours or 24 hours of growth.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's good to measure both. How does it take down 3 days worth of growth, and how does it take down the next day's worth of growth? Is it too aggressive the next day when it's just 1 day's past? Yeah. So I take notes on all of it. But what is new for me? What's new?
It's interesting that you guys you have so much problem with so for me, I mean, my neck, I can generally, depending on the razor, I can do a 3 pass on my neck every day if I really wanted to. I don't always, just depends. But I found that I'm really liking a whipped shea butter as a pre-shave.
Yep, that'll work.
Works really well for me.
That'll be super protective too because it's thicker.
What the hell is the purpose purpose of a whipped shea butter? I know Douglas sells that. And I
Well,
just
so
keep forgetting that.
I use the whipped shea butter for like an intense therapy lotion almost. Like so I have really dry skin. I actually have eczema, and I live in a really dry climate. So yeah, it's like my knuckles and my fingertips and stuff like that will get really, really dry and cracked in the winter. And so I'll use that on my hands or on my back gets really itchy. But just one day I happened to have rubbed some on my hands, and then I went to shave and I realized I had some left over in my hands. And as I was wetting my face and my head, happened to rub some extra on my neck and on my head. And I was like, and my shave was amazing.
That's a Reese's Pieces origin story right there.
Yeah, and it was just like, wait, I think I might be onto something. And I tried it a couple more times. Like, dang, this works. So
where does your facial hair stop on your neck? I have facial hair that goes below my Adam apple. I mean, it's almost my shirt line.
Yeah, mine stops just maybe an inch or so underneath my Adam's apple.
Okay, all right. Now, do you have any spiraling? Like right around my Adam's apple, it does this crazy like left to right spiral and goes over this way.
Right here.
Yeah.
You have a spiral there.
It spirals for me. And so I almost never get everything right here. Very rarely, especially with a beard, since I'm not, I can't get everything like that. But yeah, that's the spot that is worse for me. And generally my hair grows that way on my neck. So I like to go against the grain, I have to go sideways, which is it's hard to do. But yeah, whipped shea butter, and I was surprised it didn't mess with the lather too much. Like usually when you get something that's terribly oily, like I used to use like coconut oil or something like that, it would kill most lathers. But yeah, whipped shea butter works really well.
If I recommend, if you are going to use that, or not necessarily you, but anyone out there listening, if they're going to use whipped shea butter, is make the first pass lather in a bowl and then paint it on top of that, so you don't mix it up in your brush for the rest of the shave. But then for every pass afterwards, because you're not going to be reapplying it, then just use the brush to make lather on your face. But yeah,
it's a problem for me because that first lather is so damn enjoyable for me on my face. That would kind of just my whole flow.
You could also, if you wanted to, just give it some time to soak in first. Like if you put it on and then wait half an hour or something like that between when you apply it and when you shave, that should help to not kill the lather as much. Your skin will absorb some of it.
Yeah, I guess it depends what you're going for. I mean, it will absorb it, a lot of it. I'm thinking of more of a protective coating that you'd put on right before you put the lather on, just for purposes of protection. But whipped shea butter is great for everything, for hair, facial hair, your hair, skin, your nails. I mean, it's like a cure-all. It's magical stuff.
It's really good stuff.
Yeah.
And Dave asked a question over on the side. Dave Card, which brand do I use? I happen to have a little jar of Soap Commander whipped shea butter that they sent along with the seasonal scent crew thing last year. That it's awesome. I
also make a mean whipped shea butter too. Matching a few different of my scents. The CAD one's really popular. Alt 11's really good. I use the Alt 11 at night before I go to bed because I have this issue with my nails. I got these little lines on my nails, but it's helped with it, and but definitely helps with my hands. My dog loves it too. Or the sundown. He's all about sundown shea butter. But yeah.
This conversation, my step. That's pretty bad.
Hold the mic up to your mouth, David. Hold the mic up to your mouth. Okay, now
is this any better? Hello.
It's still going in and out. I think it's just the signal. But
or it may be this one because my wife had this headset for a while, and knowing my wife, she probably dropped something on it.
Or got it wet or something like that. That is better now, but
yeah, my stepdaughter has really bad, especially during the summer months. She gets it for the back of her bra strap is near her stomach, by her pant waist, and then also her shoulders. So it gets really, really bad for her.
Yeah, could work really well.
Oh, it definitely will.
It might also be a metal allergy. Taylor Alejandro was just saying it could be a nickel allergy.
Could be nickel. It could definitely be dietary as well. I mean, there's so many. It could be detergent you're using, dryer sheets. I mean, there's a bunch of different factors, So keep that in mind. But what's new for me?
But it could work really well. Go ahead.
Thank you. This is a Melkuto slant razor from Germany, 1930s. Just got this one in. Check this out. Ugly as sin,
Ooh.
but it's a great shaver. I just hate pure white when they mix it with the brown. It just, but
that looks a lot like the Shavecraft 102. Looks like it was modeled after that.
Oh, maybe.
Shavecraft, the Icon.
Yeah, Icon Shavecraft 102.
I think
looks a lot like that.
It's very similar to the Humpback by Walbush.
Oh yeah.
This is what the
that's the one you were showing us last week, right?
Well, the Alpha Ecliptic is based on this head design, so
okay.
I'll put it right over there. But yeah, very similar, and they're both coming from Germany. So this was a popular design, or these angular slants, at least at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really, really enjoying this one. It's a great shaver. I enjoy both of them to be.
Is that Bakelite?
It's Bakelite. Yep, of course. Come on, man.
I figured as much, but
so that's what's been new for me.
Very cool.
Really. That is awesome.
And then I think that's it in my shave product world for this week.
Cool.
Last weekend, I was on the scene. Some of you may remember in LA, in Pasadena, having a powwow with Damon and Ryan Stephen Green, and we were planning the Big Shave West, and that's what we're going to get to now. So I want to tell you how it's all going to play out this year.
Pray tell.
So
let's do it.
The theme this year is pretty much the 1940s or pinup girl stuff, you know. So we got a lot of stuff from the 1940s happening. There will actually be some pinup girls we're trying for at the event for photos and whatnot. Yeah, we got that.
We were wondering. There was much discussion among several females in my workplace with that flyer that came out. That they didn't know if the flyer had said "I'll see you there." Like, was this pinup model going to be there, or was it just kind of a, sexy ploy using a pinup girl vintage shaving kind of?
No, that was. We're trying to be classy, not trashy. That pinup girl that Damon used wasn't one that we okayed. In fact, we even wanted to use that one, but he kind of jumped the gun and did. I think he was just excited, and I don't even know why. But yeah, no, we're going from. But yeah, and it's just a whole 1940s like Andrew Sisters type thing going on. So we want to have that vibe this year.
Cool.
We're also planning, rather than doing the Wet Shavers Roundtable all throughout the event, we're thinking of doing more of a variety type show where there will be one or two roundtables somewhere during the course of the day, but there's also going to be an I'd Lather Be Shaving episode with Matt and I, and we'll be focusing on stuff from the 1940s.
Right.
Matt doesn't know this yet. He's hearing this for the first time.
That's fine.
And we'll be filming that live. We're going to be filming all of the stuff that happens there, I think. And also, we're going to invite different YouTubers that typically do their thing to have their own segment for 15 minutes. We'll have soapboxes on the stage. Well, not necessarily soapboxes, but we'll have spots on the stage that people can go up there and do their, these YouTubers can sign up and do for 15 minutes, talk about something, so on and so forth. We're fine tuning the entertainment, but that's what we're looking at right now. So we just wanted to open it up.
Who's your film crew? I need to know if I'm also being volunteered to have my film people there.
Well, I know your film crew for I'd
Yeah.
Lather Be Shaving, but I don't know exactly what's going on yet. We'll need to talk more about the entertainment side of things, but it's going to be more open. And Mantic, if you're watching, you're more than welcome to join us on the roundtable and do your own segment if you'd like. So there's going to be food trucks this year in the parking lot. There's going to be a whole parking lot scene with more tables and vendors than last year, considering we didn't have any tables or vendors last year outside. So we're opening that up.
Hopefully the weather holds.
Yeah,
I think it will.
The first year we had that rain, and the sad thing is we had that great barbecue brisket thing happening outside and that band, and then it was raining.
Yes, yeah. There's always that chance, and if that does happen, we'll figure it out. But
Oscar's commenting, I hear Glenn Miller in my head. I'm like, yes, that's awesome. I'm sitting here
wonderful.
We need
on the bubble machine.
I think we need to have a live band that's made up of shavers, and we call it the Shavettes.
No, it's against the
I
grain.
volunteer.
We're against the grain.
Against the grain. I play trombone.
No,
I play guitar.
There we go. We can get a little jazz combo thing going.
Yeah, we can definitely do it.
My wife plays the violin. That's not really much for jazz, though.
No, we probably shouldn't do jazz.
My oldest brother is a wet shaver, and he actually got me started. He's a he's a saxophone performance. Like that's what his job.
That's very cool.
Like he's a professional saxophonist. So maybe we can get him out to Pasadena and have him play.
Saxophone.
Is he a wet shaver though?
Oh yeah, he got me started in wet shaving.
Okay, cool. So
The shave head.
he's got a great job. It blows. So, anyways, that's what we got going on in that department. They'll also be vendors will be selling at their tables this year. Well, it's gonna be an option. People can buy through the store still, but also buy from the vendors right at their table, or artisans right at their tables. It's gonna be optional for the vendor, for the artisan, only because last year, the last 2 years, so many people are going through the store. They were missing live stuff that was going on the round table. They're getting stuck in line.
Waiting in line.
It gummed up the works, and so we're going to streamline this year by
we put tags on some of our product, and then we never got any credit for it. Luckily, Damon was such a stand-up guy and just said, what do you think you sold? And he actually cashed us out. But I mean, there was issues with that kind of stuff too, where people couldn't get stuff rung out properly. So I think that's very smart.
Yeah. So we're going to do Mantic is asking how many attended last year.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I would say at least 500 over the course of the day. I think that's a conservative number too.
Really?
You were there.
Someone said 6 at the end.
Yeah. Well, I just kind of lost track of how many people were there. It was a constant flow of people. Like some of us were there the whole time, but some of them, just kind of came and went. And 500 doesn't sound unreasonable to me. It's just like, wait, yeah, I guess that's true. It was pretty big.
Yeah.
It was. It was huge.
I think the weirdest thing for me was just like being there and seeing all these people come up, like having all these people come up to me and they're like, "Hey, you're the clean shaver." I'm like, I have no idea who you are. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You get used to that. Is the alien coming? Yeah, last year I had an inflatable alien I was trying to blow up, and Oscar brings his son Michael into the room and just started screaming and crying. And,
is that the child who was following you around most of the day?
No.
No, that's Dave Munoz's boy.
Okay. There's a difference between following someone around and clinging to their leg as they were walking on that.
You did that to a lot of people, though.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of what else is going on. We're also doing, now get this, the Shavies, not really the Shavies, not really the Emmys, but the Big Shave West Awards. We think we're going to do an award show. That's one thing we'd like to do, where we pass out ballots to the people attending. Maybe open this up to online voting too, but and have people nominate their favorite, razor of the year, favorite soap, favorite vendor. We'll do about 10 different categories, and maybe those that are nominated will put something on their site where the visitor can click that if they want to vote for them, and be taken to our site where they can vote. So I
think it's a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first year doing it, but I think in time it'll be a really cool thing. Like, you're going to want to win this. So 30% of the vote will go to the people voting with the ballots and online. 20% will go to like our panel or whatever, and the 50% will go to something else. We just want to try to make it fair, because I don't know if we have the technology to prevent people from voting more than once. So we're going to have fun with it. But I mean, I think it'd just be, it'd be really cool at the end of the day, something to see.
Okay. I'm just looking at airfare right now.
Even if you guys, as I say, did something like where you've been a member or a sponsor or whatever as a vendor for multiple years in a row, put that on your website, like, 10D of Big Shave West, 2014, 15, 16,
That's
whatever.
A great idea. Yeah. Sponsors for sites. I'm writing that down now.
Yeah, because they do that for like Badger and Blade or whatever, the big forums. If you're a sponsor or whatever, you get like a little badge to put on your site.
That's great. Okay. So
I took off my headset. Could you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Much better.
Okay, so it probably is the headset. Yeah, I'm just trying to make this as convenient as possible while still being able to be attentive to customers.
Awesome.
Are you working there? What are you doing there?
He's working.
Oh, yes. At Old Town Shaving now. I am one of their best sales reps here.
He is. He's damn good.
I had no idea. Very cool.
No doubt.
It's the dream team over at Old Town. I mean, I don't think any other shave store in the country, in the United States, has the crew the dream team working for them like Old Town does. I mean, these guys know they're in and out of the wet shaving world. Where a lot of the other brick and mortars I go to, it's local hires, or Art of Shaving. It's these guys got hired locally. But you go in there and it's Zach Likes to Shave. It's So Sharp David. It's AJ. It's Austin. I mean, these guys are in it, so they know what's going on.
That's great.
And I got to watch them last weekend in action. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I hope Damon knows how good he's got it with you guys.
I hope so. It's a lot of fun, so it's kind of good for everybody, everybody concerned, man. It's a blast working here on the weekends.
Oh, I also, before we go on with more Big Shave West stuff, before I pick your brains, guys, I just want to make mention for those of you who don't know that Matt and I just started a new show called I'd Lather Be Shaving. And it's about 15 minute morning show we put out every Friday morning. Something to drink your coffee over and watch. It's we do some history lessons, we do some challenges. It's fun, it's entertaining, and you might just learn a little every week, every Friday morning. So if you haven't checked it out yet, please check it out. It's at I'dLatherBeShaving.com. That's I'dLatherBeShaving.com. Subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and give us a like if you like it. If you don't like it, just be chill, man. Just leave. Just Go watch a Scott Oster Miller video.
It's a lot of fun to watch. I'll just say one comment that the Razor Emporium YouTube videos, we have a lot more kind of serious tone and more informational, and I think it's been fun to kind of channel more of the comedic side and more of the lightheartedness.
Yeah, Matt lets his hair down during this. He's not so uptight, So.
Yeah. Me, I'm Mr. Uptight.
I think people massages beforehand, and
I think people that know me in real life know that I'm kind of a funny guy and kind of a wild card. But I think presenting myself in the business, I've always been a little more serious. So I think this is a great way to kind of have a little more fun with it. And I'm glad people are liking the format. I'm glad everyone's kind of enjoying the history meets challenge or pro tip or whatever. So I'm glad it's working out for everyone.
Yes, it is, and it's a channel of its own on YouTube. This isn't on Matt's channel or my channel; it's on its own channel. So we really need subscribers right now to build that channel up, to beef it up. So please subscribe, folks, and don't miss a beat. So that's my my little commercial for I'd Lather Be Shaving. Check it out. Now I'd like to open this up to the audience members, guys. Those of you that attended last year, or those of you maybe have seen the documentary. And if you haven't, you should. It's called The Heart of Shaving. TheHeartOfShaving.com. You can check that out to give you a little peek of what the Big Shave West is like. But yeah, guys, what do you think we could do better? Oh, here we go. We got some Italian classic.
Christian's throwing out a lot of fun ideas here.
What does he got?
Let's see.
Huh. That's an interesting idea. So he basically said, hone a razor and show it, and then have someone actually use it at each step. That's an interesting. Someone would have to really be, volunteering. Yeah, it's not going to be comfortable for a lot of it. It won't be very fun.
A real electron microscope would not be possible with that venue. Yeah, no.
Yeah, and I wanted to give. I know last year we had our Honemeister Eric Engel doing honing. And he's going to be there this year, but he has declined wanting to hone. He has said he had so much fun.
He couldn't open up his hands after.
Yeah, basically he said he had so much fun talking to people and getting to know other wet shavers that he doesn't want to have to kind of be, strapped down to the desk to just kind of sit there. And because people were bringing their straight razors up and were expecting to be honed by the end of the show. So he really couldn't enjoy it as much. So as much as we want to be there to help with the demo, we will decline a honing this year. Everyone.
Yeah, I think the tune-ups was a good thing.
That may be a possibility.
Demos too. We're gonna do. We want more demos this year. Like I'm gonna be demonstrating, not necessarily. Well, part of the process of making my aftershaves. So you're gonna see some of that.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'll have like a little lab set up at our table too, that people can check it out. We're gonna, we want that science fair vibe. Again, we're going for that 1940s
little magnetic stirs.
Classic, yeah, exactly. I'm gonna have some magnetic stirs going, but a classic 1940s Americana type vibe. And I think the science fair really touches. I think they probably began around that time. science fairs in schools, so on and so forth. So we're going for that with these demos. And so whatever you guys can think of, I'm always open to. If we don't get them to today on the show, you can leave those in the comments below on YouTube or just PM me. But
this is a little trippy. We're watching. If you look at David's corner there, it's not doing it anymore. If you put it right underneath a piece of glass, and so we're sitting there watching the reflection of our show in David's little corner. There was like
David's corner.
Roundtable Inception. Weird.
I don't see David at all. Is he still with
show within a show within a show within a show? Anyway.
I'm back now, Douglas. I don't know if he's here or not, but yeah, we sent some customers in here.
Something wrong with the radar. Something wrong with the radar. Okay, what do we got? I believe Omar and Victor could provide shaves. Oh yes, yeah. Well, there will be the barbers will be back. Omar and Victor will be back this year doing straight razor shaves again. We're gonna change their location though.
They're really cool dudes. They actually come in here. They're customers of here, and they're awesome dudes. I gotta chop it up with them for one of them for about 45 minutes a couple weeks ago. They're cool people.
Yeah,
they really are. They have a band too. Oh, actually, maybe they should play. Also, they do rockabilly. They do rockabilly.
Really? They do rockabilly?
Yeah, maybe we should definitely have them down there.
That's a great idea. I think live music would be a hit. I think also put the live music outside again and have seating out there so people actually have a draw to want to go outside. Because also live
Food
music
trucks
and
aren't a
indoors.
draw?
Well, they are, but to stay out there. Otherwise, people will go out there and then want to come back in. You have to have a reason for them to stay out there.
Well, there'll be other vendors and artists out there too. So I mean, like, we'll be, yeah. I think moving the cash register to each individual artisan and vendor will also move people around too, as opposed to like everyone running to the store to buy stuff instead. You know. But
so we're encouraging people to have like a square card swiper kind of thing at their booths.
Again, it's optional. You can put stuff in the store if it's easier for you. I myself, it's a pain in the ass for me to sell stuff at my table. I don't like doing that. I don't like exchanging money, and I'm trying to get out, and I got a million things going on. So for me, I'm not a fan of it. However, I am gonna have somebody. I'm gonna have Fran be on the table and Charlie Pecoraro, my friend out in LA. He was Ryan Stephen Green's good friend in 2 of his movies.
I don't want to do it. I'm gonna have Fran do it.
No, I hired. I got Charlie. I got a working actor who's gonna be behind the table in a captain's hat, doing it for me. So
I'm not a cashier, but I play one at Big Shave West.
I'm not really a doctor, but I play one in my basement. Anyways, so who am I fooling? I don't have a basement. I
do.
Bill's asking how much it is. There's no charge, Bill. It's a free event.
Right.
It's always
you can buy a ticket to it and get the little swag bag and stuff like that, but there's no charge to get in.
You could pre-order a swag bag if you wanted to get at the t-shirt and the
and the shaving soap and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but there's no charge.
Which is actually not that expensive. It was like what, $75, something like that for the t-shirt, the soap, the aftershave. I don't remember. That was all the swag.
That was Damon's thing, so I don't really remember. As we get closer to the event, we'll finalize these things, and that's why I'm picking your brains right now, guys. What would you like to see? $50. Okay, yeah, I was going to say $50 sounds $50. More doable to me. Marriott. Someone's talking about the Marriott. The Marriott is where I stay every year. I highly recommend staying at the Marriott because you may look online and find cheaper rates a mile away, but the traffic in LA or in Pasadena just sucks. A mile away can mean like 2 hours in traffic sometimes. So being at the Marriott Courtyard,
I did an Airbnb and then just did Uber back and forth, and it wasn't bad. But Marriott rewards cards.
Highly recommend everyone. Yeah, I have one of those. I'm always using that for our points.
You can do that, Dave. They do provide those.
Yeah, I was just there again last weekend. I love that Marriott. Okay, what else we got?
I thought he was saying me personally. I was like, well, yeah, of course. I mean, but...
Any other ideas?
So who do you have signed up? I did see some comments here on the side about demos and stuff. I saw a brush turner. I know we had Nathan Clark last time. Okay, so is he going to do the turning or what? Who signed up for demo?
I don't know if he knows it yet, but he's definitely doing the demo for turning again this year. That was such a huge hit, and it was fun to watch. And David's mind was blown.
Yep,
it's a live show. And every Saturday. We're on it.
Hi, guys.
Christian, that's awesome. Exchange, I love that.
Register and you get a lot of good information. So see, spread it to her, Doug. I spread the word.
There we go.
Man, David's back. I can see him.
Shavers Roundtable.
Yeah, I think that'd be huge. A buy, sell, trade area for
I like that idea.
everyday person to come and bring gear. That way, you'll actually have like a marketplace. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, so people just plan on bringing stuff that you're looking to trade out and see if anybody's interested in.
I'll tell you how to do it. Go get it tuned up at Matt's table for free, and then go flip it for $20 more on the table.
There you go.
Yeah, that's how it works. No, that isn't a buy sell trade kind of a hallmark of a good meetup. A good meetup should have a exchange area.
Right.
Exchange trade, yeah, definitely. The swap tables. That's a really good idea, and maybe that's what we'll set up outside in the beer garden.
Ooh, another reason to go out there. I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, if we wanted to have somebody like man a table that they actually like register what people brought in and who's got what and that kind of thing, that could be arranged. But I think it'd just be kind of a.
I think it should look like the New York, stock exchange floor. People are just like, "Hey, I want this. I'll take
it."
I'll take Taylor for $5.
Bow. No, I think. Well, do we have any volunteers to run that table? Anyone in the audience there? Oscar? It could be a family affair. No one needs to answer now. Again, if someone's interested in that, they can always PM me or email me or just make a comment below on YouTube, and I'll get back to you.
And if anybody's planning on flying in to Pasadena, I recommend going to the Burbank Airport and flying Southwest. It's cheap.
What's
cheap,
in the beer
fridge? Water for me.
Time for the cold one.
Great. So we got that going on. A buy sell trade table. I like that. The Barber Billy or Rockabilly band by the Barbers. We had a shoe shiner last year too. What else we got?
There was pomade there. There was dancers. Actually, you know what? If we're gonna have that style of music playing, maybe
barbershop quartet. I like the barbershop quartet, Mark. That's awesome.
Barbershop quartet. There you
go. Yeah. That's too easy, Mantic.
They should be shaving each other as they're singing.
That would be a sight to see.
Wow.
Let's see. Antiques appraiser.
Well, that's much Matt Pisarcik.
It's true. But I don't think he wants to be doing that.
We could do an antique roadshow style show also for that, Matt.
I would love to do that. Honestly, I love doing that. Customers come in, I'm like, "Oh, you have a 1905, blah blah blah."
Marissa puts the camera on.
Yeah, I'll do that. That's fine.
That'll be fun, actually. And maybe even if it's just like an hour of time or something like that, where you say, from 10 to 11 o'clock, bring in your antique and have Matt take a look at it, and he can tell you about it and maybe appraise it for you, and just might be kind of fun.
Yeah, no,
I wouldn't want him doing that all day though.
Yeah, no. It would be during it'd be during
a segment.
It'd be a segment during the show.
I think that'd be fun.
Ongoing show. Definitely. I got it down. I penciled it in. Okay, what else we got, folks? We have about 12 minutes left.
I was saying, like, if we're going to have that kind of music playing and stuff like that, I know something my wife would probably really love is to have like a dancing area outside, like in the beer garden kind of area, but like have a squared off area, 20 by 20 or something like that, where people can dance to that kind of music. Might be kind of fun.
I'll write that down lightly.
I'm not a big dancer. I'm not going to cut it right, but my wife always likes to dance.
Dance, Damon. Can we put in the dance floor for Scott? Okay. Please, we're going to lose viewers. Okay, what else we got?
Nobody wants to stick around and see that. A dance pole? No.
Racial slur there, Taylor?
Will there be pizza?
Some questions. Here we go. How old is David now? Looking at the questions below. David, how old are you now? 29?
I'm 29. I'm about to be 30 in like a week and a half.
Baby face. And
I thought you were like 35.
He's a broken man. A broken man at 29. Okay. Mantic is asking.
Let's see.
But yeah, February 1st is going to be my 30th birthday. So.
Cool. I'll have to remember that and do a dedicated.
Mantic's asking.
David Gonzalez.
Mantic's asking what has worked well at local meetups that might translate to the Big Shave West. That's a good question. What has done well at local meetups? I don't know. It's kind of a different animal, Mantic. What's done well
is
like
more than just a meetup. This is more like an expo.
Conference, meetup, like it's.
I mean, this is gonna sound really out there, and just stay with me. What if you had like a shaving bar where you could actually walk up and literally shave? There's different products, like almost at the gym. Like how the gym, there's like the big bathroom with a lot of different sinks. What if you could literally
his?
Yeah, what if you could walk up and do you could talk to someone. You could use different products there. You could have maybe vendors could actually sponsor it, so you'd have a bunch of sponsored products on the table, things you've never used before, and it could translate maybe to sales. People are like, oh, I just tried this razor.
Come on, shaving.
Fun, and it'd be a good conversation starter for a lot of people.
Yeah, well, and
their own technique and certain ways they want to like to do stuff, or exactly like Matt said, trying stuff they've never tried before. That's awesome.
Or that they may have wanted to try, but never
they didn't want to buy it.
Doing it, they didn't. Yeah, they didn't want to buy it without trying it. I mean, that's half the reason you go to a place like Old Town Shaving, is so you can actually smell stuff. You can get a feel for it before you buy.
But the logistic would be to have multiple sinks with like the gray water disposal and or like a pump. I know they have like. I've been at a booth before with Gail actually in Vegas where they had like the little gray water where you'd foot pump and like the sink would actually produce water, and you'd have like a little storage bin, so you don't have plumbing. This could get a little bit kind of technical, but that's the only hurdle to me, is to overcome the fact that you need like some kind of water and a sink. Maybe there's plastic sinks, almost like an event. You know how they have those events where like you have the urinals outside and they have like a communal station? Yeah, the hand washing station. What if we could find a hand washing station to rent, and that would be just fine to suffice.
Yeah. And it could be an opportunity to teach people as well. Like if you have that kind of thing where people have been considering shaving their head, I can be there and I can teach people how to shave their head.
No, we could have this outside also. I mean, this is another
because it'd make a mess, and that'd be another draw outside. A shave bar.
Shave bar. I mean, I don't know if this is a health issue, but
it might be.
I think if people are shaving themselves, there's if there's gray water, they call it gray water. If as long as it's being collected, no, not recycled. You want clean water in one basin, gray water collection another, and it only goes from. Okay. Yeah, it's not being recycled at all. So as long as there's, and you could hook it up to like the garden hose to have the source and just capture it all.
Right.
And you can dump it down the toilet when you're done. But bottom line is that, that's the only logistic to me, is try to how to actually get the sink.
Well, and you might have to have people that are like manning the area to make sure that anything that people didn't bring themselves, they have to maintain cleanliness. And so like if they're going to be using a DE from somebody, then it has to be sanitized before they use it. And that kind of stuff.
Will be happy to bring. I have 2 different portable ultrasonic cleaners, and they're desktop ultrasonic cleaners, and they sterilize literally in a second. If you put it in, it vibrates the metal at 44,000 times a second, and it kills anything on the surface. So I'll bring both of our benchtop ultrasonic units to have out there.
Okay, we'll look into this. I like this.
That's an idea. Yeah.
I'm wondering if we can build our own rather than rent one of these.
Or bath full of Barbicide. That Darth has a great point.
Yep.
Bath full of Barbicide could be easier than ultrasonic.
Yep. How long does Barbicide take? Like 10, 15 seconds to be effective?
Dude, I mean, that stuff kills HIV. It says right on the label.
Cured me. Yeah. So what I'm thinking though is, I don't. I mean, it's a free event, so I mean, I don't know. We have any artist in participating in this donating a soap to it or something like that may want to kick in to rent these stations if the price is right. But we're trying to keep the cost down on on certain ends so we can keep offering this a free event. But
could be an interesting thing to offer out though. I mean,
I think it sounds really cool. I'm just wondering. There's a couple of hurdles aside from making it happen. I think the health code thing is, but I mean, it's a one-day event, so I don't know what they can do.
It's not only that, but as long as you're not charging people to use that area and it's more of it's outside, I think it's going to fall into like it's not in the establishment. If it's out like in the parking lot or something, I mean, it's like a tailgate.
Like, got here, officer.
Darren said, you can sign a waiver.
Oh yeah, sign a waiver that you're using a public area. I'm sure someone here in the group is a lawyer. They could draft up a very simple waiver.
Not in this group.
not here, no, but I'm sure somebody could help us.
That's a great idea, Darth.
Okay, we'll try to. I'm taking notes on all this. I like this. This is definitely interesting, and this is a great demo in itself, where it it removes like the wet tuber pseudo celebrity from the equation, and people are showing each other what they're doing.
Because I mean, how many people have wanted to try like an above the tie razor or a Gillette flare tip or all these different things that they're like, I've looked at these and I've seen people talking about them. I want to try it, but I've never.
We can have them change up.
Well,
like
what you do is you have like a rental, not a rental area, but you have like a supply closet,
a
checkout area where you have above the tie donates 5 razors, or we donate 5 super speeds or whatever, and that's all there is. And so you walk up and say, hey, what's available? Oh, we have one of these.
Brilliant. Rent a razor. Rentarazor.com. No, we'll do Rent a Razor. And
there's no pain. It's just
because that could pay in the hand washing station. Do you know what I'm saying? It could
that helps the cost. Yeah, that's a good point.
And then we hold their license. We hold their license while they're using it. And,
just like at the water park, if you want to go get floaty, they take your driver's license.
Yep, something valuable that you need back.
Your child.
Yeah. Hey, if I get somebody to watch my kid for an hour, I'll do it.
Like the show's over and I have 3 kids still here. And where's my razor? Hold licenses.
Suckers.
Yeah. What else we got? Okay, so this is good. What else we got out there, guys? Any other ideas? Any live demos you'd like to see?
Can there be a cigar smoking area? I know it's California, but like almost everyone here seems to smoke cigars.
It'd have to be outside.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm all for it.
Okay, cigar area.
Nice. There's a cigar shop that's right down the street that maybe
invite them.
Have them sponsor.
Canopy outside, do some kind of collaboration with them, because that would be awesome.
Totally.
Have them offer a discount at their store for people that are visiting from out of town. And all here next to our shoe shiner and everything else, and they can smoke outside.
If you get one of the labels, if you get one of the cigar brands to actually sponsor, they may bring a box or something and put their table up, and it's like a sponsored event, because they do that for cigar shops all the time, where it's a sponsored event, it's a free cigar.
Or if you have like a local brewery or
whiskey,
anything like that,
distiller,
something like that. I won't do it, but
we had a local beer there last year.
That was great at the bar.
Yeah, the first year
cigar roller.
We held the event the same time as a beer festival that was happening.
Yeah.
There is also a woman that's local to over here. I don't know how close she is to Pasadena specifically, but her company name is Cigars by Lupe, and she actually rolls cigars for an event at the event in front of everybody.
Like so she'll have flavored tobaccos and that kind of stuff that she can put together a custom cigar for somebody.
Different sizes and whatnot.
Yeah.
If they're going to be rolling up cigars, they should be rolling up tamales too. Handmade tamales.
Funny enough, Damien actually sold some of my mother's tamales in the restaurant they have here. He bought like 6 dozen tamales, and they were actually sold here in the shop already.
Nice.
That is funny.
Nice. I might have to get some of those and bring them home to my parents. They're big tamale fans.
Accumulation.
Yes.
Yeah. I love Seinfeld.
Also, I will be getting on that lathe with Nathan Clark, and I will be turning more brushes.
There you go.
I think you should just do a demo this year, David.
Yeah, David, you were so
Just go to
excited.
Harbor Freight, pick up a lathe, and
Yeah. Spend $200 or $300. You'll get a lathe from Harbor Freight.
Well, here's the thing: is I know that there's other brush makers that are going to be there. Like even Robert from local channel. We can get Robert on the lathe at some point. Like we can have different people spinning at different times.
That's like a DJ set.
Yeah, exactly. I'm spinning tonight. Pass out the postcards on the street. Anyways, so for demos, we have a shave bar. We have Matt doing his. I think Matt's doing his retuning.
Maybe.
We
We'll
have
definitely the antique appraisal. I like the antique appraisal for sure.
that's a fun idea. I like
that's
that.
entertainment. That's entertainment. That's not a demo. What else we got for demos? We were thinking of trying to get someone to make who makes razors there this year. I think David, you and Zach were looking into that, finding someone local or
That makes straights.
Yeah, and I'm gonna contact Nate Zawada and maybe some
Yes,
other guys that may be coming out, see what's gonna happen with that. I'm trying to figure out what would be safe for him to demo in terms of with
elements,
grinding
different elements of the process.
But also maybe even if you could just I don't know if you could do some kind of presentation on the whole forging metals. I'm not really sure, but we'll try to figure something out.
Mantic has a good idea: an on-demand razor or brush handle using a 3D printer. So get cool. Aaron, Figueroa Dad or something like that. Yeah, Frugal Shave. Yeah, I can't remember his actual last. That's not his real last name on his Facebook profile, but yeah, he has a 3D printer. I don't know how big it is, but that might be kind of cool.
I like the scent mixing. Scent mixing. Dave Card's mixing. That's pretty cool. If I brought a vat of soap, like made soap the night before, and had a vat of it going, I could put out a few scents that people could mix, blend their own, and mix it into their own personal scent. Yeah, that's something I don't offer. We don't do, but it might be fun to do at the So
I could make my own Bayron soap.
I already made one for you. Well, folks, I mean, this is it. We've winded down to the end of the hour. And maybe once up until the Big Shave West happens, we'll keep powwowing as we get closer. Obviously, this show, your input now is going to see a lot more. It's going to be a lot more possible to pull off as we get closer. But I like how we're powwowing this, and if we don't use some of these ideas this year, at least they might work their way into next. We're also going to try to once we figure out who's actually attending, artisan-wise and vendor-wise, to start getting them on the show once a week as we get closer to the Big Shave West. So it's exciting times. Yeah, really looking forward to this next couple. So, and that said, we have Stan from Above the Tie as a guest next week. He's going to be on the roundtable once again.
Love Stan.
Is Above the Tie coming out to Big Shave West?
Yes, I'm pretty sure he is. So he pretty much begins our process into interviewing artisans and vendors up until the event happens.
Awesome.
What is this? Yeah, Big Shave West is now crowdsourced. Well, that's the thing is we really wanted to open this up to other people. It's February 22nd, Oscar. April 22nd. I don't know what he's talking about. Never mind.
He was talking about a different meetup in Riverside.
Okay. But yeah, we really wanted to open this up to everybody. We wanted input because, you guys were there. So, you guys see things that we don't always see. So it's great to have your input. Anyways, this has been a great episode. I'd like to thank Matt Pasarczyk for jumping all the hurdles he had to today to make it on today's show. I was reading these texts from you earlier. I was like, is he kind of now? Like, what's going on? David, it's great to have you back. Even though we can barely hear you.
Hey, just real quick, guys, if you haven't checked it out on my channel, Rocio just posted a video, her own shave video with me in no way, shape, or form involved. I'm really proud of her. She did it all on her own.
Awesome.
So you guys can go check that out. And also be on the lookout for about, I think, Tuesday. I'm going to be releasing a video announcing a giveaway. So keep an eye out for that.
We love our giveaways. That said, people, if you haven't not yet signed up for or entered my giveaway, please go to paa-giveaway.com. That's paa-giveaway.com. And you have 4 chances to win. That's 4 ways to enter and 4 chances to win. So, yeah,
Sweet.
do that today if you have not already. And Scott, any farewells?
Go check out my head shaving tips and tricks video, and then I just last week did the comparison between the Hone Type 15 and the Type 15A. That's seemed to be pretty helpful for some people. So check them
I
out.
haven't seen that yet. I'm gonna have to actually check it out. Cool. Well, thanks again, guys, for joining us, and thank you to our live Mantic, Gail, Dave, Matt, Mr. Ace Cavendish, Christian, Darth, Oscar, Doobie. Sorry, that was a wrong
Everybody.
reference. And everybody else. I'm sorry. Yeah, Doobie the Bee. But take care, folks. We'll see you next week in episode 75. That's right, 75 episodes of the Wet Shavers Roundtable. Until then,
We're going
folks.
to do something big for 100.
Right, something big, because size matters. Shave on, folks, and we'll see you soon. Ciao.
Yeah.